Hi Cancer, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month begins right on the heels of the full moon in Taurus that happened on the 31st of October. And then we have Mercury going direct on the 3rd of November. What else? Mars will go direct on the 13th of November. Jupiter will conjunct Pluto on the 12th. And then we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 15th or the 14th, depending on where you live. So there are some big changes this month. The energies that have been blocked are now starting to move forward. And we'll see what that means in your chart. In the meantime, let's see what the cards say for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? Okay. November 2020. What does Cancer need to know? The Ten of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The Devil. The Emperor. The Hermit. The Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. And the Fool. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. Okay, so we start the month off. You are, with the Ten of Wands, you're working really hard. You've been carrying a heavy burden. And you're ready to put down your burden. When you reach the 10, the 10 is the end of the line. It's like you've done all the work, now you're ready to relax. But you're not there yet, but you will be. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles crossing this. So you've put a lot of work towards a goal. Mostly I think you've been working on your career. And now you're waiting to see what's going to happen. It could even be that you've been working really hard on a relationship, trying to make a relationship work. And when you get to the Seven of Pentacles, that's about like planting seeds and then sitting back and letting them grow. You know, okay, where is this going to go? Is this going anywhere? You've had to, you're kind of in transition. You have these two sevens here. I feel like you've been really standing up for what you believe in. If there's competition in a relationship situation, you have the upper hand. And you may have had to set some boundaries or stand up, fight for what you believe in. And defend your position. Because I feel like you might be faced with some type of obstacles or opposition and you've had to defend yourself or just stand your ground. But things are changing. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. So maybe you feel like in the recent past, everything's been a battle. Like you've been just struggling. You've been working really hard. You've been struggling and you're waiting like, well, is anything going to ever come out of all this work and energy that I've put into this situation? The answer is yes, because things are changing. The Wheel of Fortune can mean, you know, if things have not been going well, that's all going to start to change. Now you have the Devil up here and the Emperor. So the Devil, it's like you're obsessed. That you have this obsession with the Devil. There could be, the Devil can represent fear. It can represent, like, maybe you're so committed to the work, you're, like, obsessed with your work, you're not giving yourself time. Like, it's something you can't break away from. Sometimes it could be an addiction to something. It could be an addiction to a person. Maybe you're For some of you, you might be addicted to drugs or alcohol, or it could just be an idea, or even just strong physical passion. The devil can represent a lot of things. But what I feel is, whatever you've been working on, it's taking over your life. Like the devil can represent something that takes over, and it's like so much enmeshed with you that you can't break free of it. So maybe you've been so busy with work you haven't had time for love. Or there's something that's been just taking up all of your time and your energy. You have the Emperor here. So this is a card of discipline and focus. And like it's the CEO card, the executive card. So you have plans. You're very organized. You want to create something. The Emperor wants to create something solid and stable. And maybe that's what you've been doing. You've been just working on a plan, but now it's kind of like taken over your life, and you've been so focused on work that now you have to have some kind of work-life balance, because I feel like, you know, other aspects of your life are hurting because you've been so disciplined and so focused and so overwhelmed that you're not giving time to the other areas or the other people in your life. You have the Hermit here. The Hermit is about taking time out to think and to figure out what's right for you. Like you may be feeling lonely with the Hermit energy. You might be feeling cut off from people. Like you're not really reaching out to anyone. You're kind of like just, you know, and that's a typical Cancer thing. When things are difficult with them, they just kind of go, you know, hole up in their shell. Like they go into their shell and they nurse their wounds, or they, you know, just want to be safe. They want to feel safe, so they stay at home and they just pretend everything's okay. But the Hermit energy is about taking time out to really do some soul searching and to figure out, what is it that I really need? Okay, I've been working toward these goals. What do I really want in a relationship? What do I really need in my career path? What relationship is right for me? Is the relationship I'm in right for me? Is the work that I'm doing right for me? And you might even be wanting to get answers not only from your own inner guidance, but you might even go to someone whose opinion you trust, either a counselor or a friend or a family member, and ask their opinion. You know, what do I need to do with my life now? What decisions do I need to make? In your environment, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So there's someone that you're attracted to. It could be someone you're involved with. You're either involved. It could be an Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If it's not someone I think it's someone you know, because it's the Queen. So there could be someone in your environment that you're interested in. You have the Two of Cups here. This is someone that you could have a really good connection with. The Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. When two people really understand each other, they're on the same page, they communicate well, they have a special connection. And that's what you're really looking for. You want to have a special connection with someone. And you have the Fool here. So I feel like you're on the edge of a brand new cycle. Like maybe you're thinking, if you're not in a relationship, okay, this has two, because I'm trying to do, this is a general reading. So it may not fit everyone. But if you're not in a relationship, there could be a brand new relationship on the horizon, because the Fool represents a new cycle. But first you have to let go of whatever your obsession is, this Devil card. It's like eating up your life. It's stopping you from living and from moving forward. So whether that's work or some kind of an addiction to something has got too much influence in your life and it needs to go, or you need to break free from something so that you can follow this new love and this new cycle. Because it looks like it could be a good connection. For others who are in a committed relationship, there could be a new cycle within that relationship where, you know, sometimes when the Devil comes up, there's like some kind of a codependency in a relationship where one of you is dependent too much on the other and you don't have an equal give and take. So maybe it's time for some counseling to get you on the right page, to work on that relationship so that you can break free of this Devil energy. And it could even be a fear of intimacy, a fear of going deeper in a relationship. You know, a lot of times relationships form and everything is great, and then as the couple, you know, the longer you stay with someone, the deeper you get. The more connected you get, the more intimate you get. And for some people, they reach a wall and they're afraid to go deeper, and it scares them, like, oh, I'm really committing to this person, or I'm really getting, you know, they're too important to me. What if, like, it doesn't work out? Then I'm going to be devastated. You know, and people will, like, end something before it hurts them, you know, or they're just afraid to go deeper. And that could be the devil too. So you need to overcome your fears so that you can really connect with someone on the soul level. And I feel like you have this Two of Swords here. So for some of you, if you've had a falling out with someone and you're afraid to reach out to them, it's like each person is waiting for the other person to make the move, and nobody's making a move because both people are afraid. And this could be for people who are just dating too, or just if you're just interested in someone. Like, you might be thinking, well, you know, I'm waiting for them to show me a sign, and they're waiting, and the other person's waiting for you to show them a sign. So nobody's getting connected. You know, the Two of Swords is like, I'm on the fence. I don't know what to do. I don't know if should I reach out to this person? What if I get rejected? You know, what if it doesn't work out? I mean, there's just too many what ifs. Sometimes, you know, in love, you just have to take your chances, and if you don't take a risk, you know, there's no great reward. With great risk, there's great reward. If you want to play it safe all the time, you're going to have a mediocre life. I mean, you just can't. You have to take that chance when it comes to love and not be afraid of love. But you have potential here for a soulmate connection. You just have to get off the fence. You've been on this fence for too long. Now, there's a full moon over her head. Maybe at this full moon in Taurus, you're going to come to some kind of decision. You're going to see something that causes you to change and get off the fence and take action. Because this new cycle is waiting for you. You have the Fool here. But it's going to involve discipline, and, you know, you have to take action. You have to be the executive in your love life. You have to be the one who makes plans and creates this stability. The Emperor energy is really a good energy. But with the Devil next to him, you could be attracting someone, if it's a male figure, someone who's like too dependent, or too wants everyone to take care of them. They don't want to, you know, stand up for themselves. They don't want to do things for themselves. So you have to watch out for that. If you're involved with someone who's too dependent or not taking charge of their life, that might be a red flag. And maybe that's the person you need to break free from. And then you need to, but here is this love, this new beginning. There's a potential for a new beginning in November. But let's see what the astrology has to say. So for you, the full moon is happening in your 11th house. That's the house of friendship, the groups you belong to, your hopes, your wishes. So the moon with Uranus in the 11th house is opposing the sun in the 5th house. So something is completing around a friendship, or even a romance, or even a creative project. The 5th house can represent children, creative projects, self-expression. It's you're seeing the truth about something, or you're seeing something surprising may come out of a group situation. Like maybe you get together with a bunch of friends, and it's possible that a romance could come out of that. You have Mercury in the 4th house and squaring Saturn in the 7th. So you could be arguing with people at home. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with a partner. You want to do things one way, they want to do things something else, or you're just feeling depressed and cynical. Maybe you're just sitting at home nursing your wounds, and you're thinking like, oh, the world is going down the tubes, and there's nothing good ever happens to me, and you're just like blah, 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 you know, negativity. If you're in that negative mindset, you need to break out of it. Not everybody's like that, but Mercury square Saturn can sometimes bring depression, pessimism, negative thinking, paranoia, you know, like you're thinking, oh, I'll never meet anyone, or no guy is ever good enough, no woman will ever be loyal to me, or, you know, whatever. All the negative self-talk, right, we tell ourselves. You have to just stop it, but that's very possible now with the Mercury square Saturn. Or you could be having some serious conversations in a partnership where, you know, you're talking about the reality of the relationship. Like maybe if one of you isn't happy, you might be talking about it. Like, you know, we need to make some changes. So if you're in a committed relationship, you may have to really seriously look at your relationship and see where you need to change, where you need to bring more life into it. Venus is in the 4th, so that helps. Now that Venus moved out of Virgo. When Venus was in Virgo, it was very picky and critical. Now that it's in Libra, Venus, that's her home sign, things at home should improve. You might even be working with a partner on making your home, fixing your house up. Maybe you feel like, well, instead of working on your relationship, you're going to work on your home. You're going to make your home pretty. You're going to paint the walls or decorate. And Venus is opposing Chiron in the 10th house. Chiron is the wounded healer. So you have some wounds around your identity and how you are seen in the world and your career path and, what the work that you do. There could be some, you have to balance work with love and home and family. That could be an issue. Maybe you feel like the strong need to achieve something in the outer world, but you're not feeding your soul. You're not feeding your relationship or your family. You're not setting up that foundation that we all need. Now, Mercury is going to... Mercury in the 4th house has been retrograde, so there can be, if you had work done around the house, there could be some, internet problems or, things breaking down. Mercury's going to go direct on November 3rd, and it will get out of its shadow a week later. So if you're wanting to buy any new appliances, wait till Mercury goes direct. And especially even maybe Mars. I would wait till like mid to like later November before you're buying any appliances or anything electrical. Now, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto this month. This is like the 3rd time this year that it's made this conjunction. The last time it made it, they were both retrograde. Now they're both moving forward, so this should be a more positive connection. And it's happening in your 7th house. So that can bring a fortunate change in a partnership or a fortunate connection. If you're attracting new love, it will bring a wealthy partner, a partnership that will change your life. Someone who's very optimistic, Jupiter, positive thinking, fun to be with, wanting to explore the world, a person with a lot of wisdom, maybe someone from a different culture than you or a different upbringing. Pluto would bring powerful feelings and intense connection that can change you on a deep level. So this could be something positive that's happening when Jupiter connects with Pluto, and it will change your partnerships. It could be changing in a good way. If you've been in a relationship that's been having problems, maybe this can bring a breath of fresh air where you feel like, okay, maybe there's hope for us to make some changes, but it's going to take work. I mean, you can save the relationship, it's going to take work and commitment, and you really have to be look honestly at how you're relating and bring more positive energy into the relationship. Do things together, don't be afraid to connect on a deep level. Mars goes direct on the 13th. And Mars is where? Let's see. Mars is in your 10th house. So if you feel that your career has stagnated, like you're just doing all this work and you're not getting anywhere, you're treading water. When Mars starts to move direct in Aries, things are going to start to pick up in your career too. So you're going to have more energy at work, and you may change. Like the 10th house is your status, how you're seen in the public. So you're going to be seen as someone who's very ambitious, very hardworking. You may put more energy. Wherever Mars is in your chart is where your energy is. So your energy really is very focused on work and your status. You want to be seen as someone who is a hard worker, who is, you want to get, you're like ambitious, you want to get ahead in life. So you probably haven't been spending a lot of energy on relationships. And this is the issue that you need to address this month. You have to leave time for love, or you're not going to have any. Then we have the new moon in Scorpio, and that's in your 5th house. So okay, Cancer, you need to have some fun. You've been spending too much time working. The 5th house is the house of fun and children. It's also the house of sex and pleasure. So if you've been all work and no play, this new moon will give you an opportunity to have some fun, to bring play and joy back into your life and creativity. And it's sextile Jupiter and Pluto in your 7th house. So there could be a partnership that breaks you out of the work mode and brings more fun into your life and changes your life in some way. There's this opportunity for a new beginning in love and in partnership. And if it's not a relationship, it can even be some project at work that you really enjoy working on. That's like bringing fun. You know, you're fun. You're enjoying it. Mercury's in the 5th, so there could be some kind of contract that has to be signed. Also, Mercury is opposing Uranus around this new moon, so you could get an unexpected message from a friend. Maybe a friendship turns to romance. Or from the groups that you belong to. There could be some unexpected communication that comes in. What else? Venus is squaring Pluto. So Venus in the 4th house is squaring Pluto in the 7th. There could be some power struggles. And there could be power struggles, manipulation. You have to be careful not to try to manipulate your partner or not to fall for someone else's manipulation. That's always a danger when Venus squares Pluto. Because there's intense passion involved, and there could be feelings of jealousy, feelings of mistrust, betrayal. Like, is my partner cheating on me? You know, do I have to watch them? You know, someone might be spying on you. I mean, it's all, that's like Pluto, you know. Pluto's very intense. So it could be just an intense connection where there's a strong, you know, physical attraction. But Venus also rules money, so don't try to manipulate your partner with money. Don't try and like tell them like what they can spend and what they can't spend, or it could go either way. There could be, you know, power struggles around money, power struggles around how you're going to decorate the home if you're married or if you're in a partnership. So for those of you who are married, you might be arguing over how to spend the money and how you're going to decorate your house, how you're going to set up the home. Or maybe your partner thinks you're spending too much money at home, and we don't need to redo this or that, you know. If it's a new person, you might want to fix your home up because you want to have someone over, and you want to have it look nice, because, you know, you're feathering your love nest, so to speak. But the way you're going to get out of any conflicts this month is by communicating. Don't expect your partner to read your mind. And don't try to manipulate things from behind the scenes. Just be honest, be upfront, and communicate. And you'll do fine. You can work your way through anything. But you have a potential for a brand new cycle in a relationship this month. That can be life. It could be really like a new beginning. And it could change your life in a good way. So don't let fear hold you back. And don't let work get in the way of love this month. Put the work down. Make time for relationship. Make time for fun. Make time for family. So that's my message, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked the reading, click on the like buttons. Click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. If you're new, welcome. Hope you're enjoying these videos, and have a wonderful November. I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.